Good evening, everybody. This is Miss Shirley, OG Gardner, here in Cleveland, Ohio, in Zone 6B. I hope everyone is having a good day. I know it's been a lot of storms going all through the U.S. of A., and I hope everybody is safe. If you're watching the replay, please hit that like button and show me that you like me just a little bit. And also the notification bell so that you will be notified of any new videos that I may upload. And please share, subscribe, and enjoy. All right, y'all. This is Thursday, I do believe. Yep, all day. And I hope I got my days right. Yeah, it's early. Today is the 7th, right? Oh, wait a minute. Today is the 11th. Oh my goodness. I got my days mixed up. Do anybody know I'm here? I think I put the 7th and it's the 11th. Okay. All right. Thank you for coming in. Cassandra Saul Fulton, would you please send me an email with your address, dear? I've been looking for your address. I don't think you sent it to me. Thank you for stopping in this evening. Hey, Mike, how are you? Did I put the wrong date in here this evening? I'm just glad y'all know it's Thursday and I'm here at 7 o'clock. Hey, Mike, how are you? I'm glad you're in. Hey, Bayou Sugar. Hey, nice to see you in here this evening. Everybody saying hello to one another. Tammy, hi. Thank you for stopping in. Yay. Thank you, Crafty Leo. Thank you for stopping in this evening. Hey, everybody. My Renaissance grandma. Backyard Garden Flow 21. Thank you for coming in this evening. Glad to see you coming in. I appreciate that. And the everyday life of a OCD chick. What's up, boo? How are you? Yeah, I was looking for you yesterday for I was in the bushes after my Bible meeting when I went into your life and I saw Bouger and I saw Stacy, but I didn't see you. So I hope all is well with you. Ah. Oh, thank God, darling. I try every now and then. I open up my how you say Felix box of tricks and pull out something and throw it on. Oh, just to see. Oh, okay. All right. All right. So I'm just glad wanting to know if he was okay. Because I know a lot of people were dropping lines and they're like maybe an hour or two after the storms passed through where they lived at to let us know that they were safe. And in some cases, they were actually showing us the damage of the storm coming through. I know here in Cleveland yesterday, our winds got up to like 60, 65 miles an hour. Poor trees was bending and then it rained like cats and dogs. It snowed early this morning, but the ground was still too warm, so it all melted before 12 o'clock. I mean, you could hear yesterday was trash day. So as soon as the trash guys dumped the cans on the street, they were blowing them all over the place. You could hear people out there hitting their brakes, dodging trash cans. And we have those big, tall, heavy duty plastic ones. So, yeah. Yeah, I just missed you. I just wanted to make sure everything was all right. That's right, Mike. Tell me, hit that like button and show me that they like me. Just a little bit. I got on the shirt. See, show me that you like me just a little bit. I got my shirt on tonight. Yes, indeed. Hey, G Mama Gross, how are you? Is it snowing where you at, G Mama? I know it's the winds are still kind of high here. They still maybe about 35, 40 miles an hour. The rain has stopped, which I was glad of because it was like, when you have high winds and it's raining, that rain hits you like needles. It's like stinging. Uh, yeah, Bayou. Yeah. Blue Lotus and Crafty Leo. not Cracker Lee. I'm sorry. Unbiased LLC. Yeah, they got together and kind of put me together, and I really appreciate it. Yeah, I told you our community is so friggin' awesome. We have so many talented people in our community. I mean, we're not just gardeners. We are a well-rounded group of people. I don't care what might be ailing you. We have somebody in the chat. If they can't tell you where to go, they can personally help you because that's the field that they work in or went to school for. Cassandra South Fulton, hope you're doing better, dear. Uh, yeah, they say we may get snow in Louisiana next, but I hope not. Yeah, that's something new. Well, hey, it happened in Texas. Remember a couple of years back, Texas got smacked with the snowstorm. They wasn't prepared for it either. G Mama Grove says the snow has melted. The wind knocked over a couple of my plants, but they okay. Okay. Yeah, Nikki, we do have the best community. Hey, there you go, honey slanger. What's up? How you doing, J3GS? Thank you for stopping in this evening. Greatly appreciate it. Glad you're here this evening. Yeah, yeah, so the weather's been crazy in all different kinds of states, over across the United States. Some people got flooding. I think I was watching, I missed her this evening, but I didn't get a chance to stop by. And that was Ellen Pankey's channel, G Quad. And she was showing a short video on how the rivers were overflowing with water. And she was trying to keep Mr. Hershey out of the water. Yeah, so a lot of people had rivers and creeks and stuff that over flooded, their banks and high winds. And some people lost electricity. Ours flickered. I've been at my granddaughter's house. I just came home today, and her lights flickered last night because the winds got so high, but they didn't go out. So I was glad of that. Um, they might have went out here. No, they didn't because the light on my stove would have been flashing, so they didn't go out. So yeah. Mike said he hasn't had much stuff since October. We haven't either. We had that one real bad day that I did a video on November the 1st. Then we had one short day in December, and it hasn't snowed since. We've gotten more rain actually than we have snow. Okay, this is somebody new. Commander Alpha Turkey. Well, hello. Thank you for coming in. I appreciate you. The analytic gardener. Hey, hon, how are you? Hey, I take it anywhere you go because a lot of times I watch you guys on the TV, then I have to go back in on my phone so I can put in a comment. I haven't seen any snow here since 2018. Cassandra, you just had to be rude. It's 46 now, dropping down into the 30s tonight. Ugh, is that normal in your area? It's 37 here and cloudy. Winds at 40, 45 knots. Yeah. Normally in January and February is normally our coldest months and our snowiest months in Ohio. So to be this far into the month already and we really haven't gotten any snow, like last week, it just about practically rained every day. We even had a couple of days that was like 54, 60 degrees, and then it dropped down to like 19, so this weather's gone bananas. Hey, J.K. Gardner, thank you for coming in. Yes. Oh, hanging in there. Yeah, when you get older, you got aches and pains and stuff, and you pull out the heating pads and your Bengay and whatever else you need to use to work on them. You know what I'm saying? To get you through the day. Ro, what's up, baby girl? Thank you for stopping in this evening. Glad to see you. Normal cold for Maryland in January. Yeah. Yeah. Miss T with the tizzy. What's up? How are you, sweetie? Girl, I was laughing at y'all on your channel this morning. Even the baby was sitting in my lap rocking, looking at you. Looking at you guys. So that was some good information though. Because I was asking, I have StreamYard, which I'm on right now, but it's not paid. So if I had someone to come up, if they have paid StreamYard, can I use it so that we can both get watch hours? Or do me as the hostess have to have StreamYard in order to get the the double hours, watch hours. So that was my question earlier. I don't remember hearing an answer. So if anybody knows the answer to that, help me. Jeanette Cruzen, hello, 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 hello. Harvey Container Gardner, hey, thank you. Hello, hello, hello. Everybody's saying hello to one another. Yeah. Okay. I don't know if I'm pronouncing your name or right. Is that Ticey? Yeah. Yeah, I'm staying warm. Thank you for that. My neighbor's next door storm door got snatched open, and it just kept banging up against the porch. Um, Someone went out there and shut it, put a brick up against it. The house is empty, so that host has to. Okay, the host has to have paid. So, in other words, in order for me to share out for someone to come in to do the hours, I would have to have paid StreamYard, which I don't. I got the free version. I'm not paying for anything if I don't have to. I'm a granny on a budget. Okay. Yep. I need all the help. All right, there you go. What is this? It just popped up. I had crazy stuff to pop up on my screen. Okay, did somebody? No, 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 no. All right, there you go.
Hello, Miss Shirley. How you doing?
Hello, how are you? I just had some other crazy stuff pop up on my screen. I'm trying to get rid
Uh-oh.
of. What is this?
Hello, everybody in chat.
Ah,
No, I see Crafty. Somebody just answered it. I said drop the link, and then I saw that they answered it too. In order to share it out so that you and somebody else can get it, you have to be the paid subscriber.
there you go. Okay, I kind of figured that being the
Right,
hostess, I would have to. Okay, all right. So even though you may have paid, since I don't have it and it's my live, it would
right,
have to come from me in order for me to share it out to
right.
share the hours. Okay, all right. I know it's a lot of folks that was on there this morning trying to take notes and they were trying to do it while they were on there and they were going to the different what's the paper clip with the line in it. I was listening to what does that mean? Oh yeah, so yeah. Well, thank you, that's what I needed.
All right.
But why I got you up here, how you doing, sweetie?
All good, all good. I was
Yeah.
in the process of eating dinner when you asked for so I just pushed it to
Okay.
the side.
Okay, all right. Well, I mean, if you want to stay for a minute, but you're eating, so I'm gonna let you go ahead and eat your meal so
Oh,
while
it's
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 still
all right.
warm.
That's why we have microwaves.
Oh, okay. Well, my question is, will this be your best year yet with gardening? Hey, frugal
I
mama.
honestly don't know because I've got a whole bunch of other stuff in the yard that I'm trying to get taken care of before I start my garden. But as far as my fruit orchard and everything, it might be my best because the garden I'm not really doing right now, but the fruit area I'm
Yeah.
getting that taken care as I go.
Healy means hello, sweetie. And the only reason I'm asking that question is because I've been listening during the whole year of 2023 since we had in a lot of states a really extreme hot weather, and then
Hmm.
in other states, this extreme cold and the freezes in some states that aren't used to having low temperatures and freezes.
Right.
There's been a lot of adjustments that had to be made in 2023. So for 2024, are they able to make these same adjustments so that they can get the crops that they want after going through all that chaos in 2023? You know,
Well,
'cause, a lot of
truthfully
folks said,
speaking,
Yeah.
we're all gonna have to be adjustable because
Right.
the way this weather is going, you
Exactly.
don't know what to do. You
Yeah.
think you're getting ready to plant something for the summer, but you should have been planting something for the winter because the way the weather's
Yeah.
going.
Yeah. Yeah.
And now I've been calling around for fruit trees and stuff, and majority of the people I call, they say I'm in 8B. When
Yeah.
I call this place in Florida, they automatically say you're 9. You're
Yeah.
in zone 9. So I guess it's like a 8B9 zone for me right now. So
Okay.
I can get my fruit trees. I can get the 9 and the 8 and put them
Mhm.
in.
Okay. Okay.
But we're gonna have to be adjustable when it comes to this garden and stuff. The
Yeah.
way things are going, we just gotta adjust.
Yeah. Yeah. And like Wellness with Frugal Mama said, Texas is about to get into the teens. I know that's not normal for Texas. And just way in Georgia too, you guys been getting some sub
Yeah,
cold weather as well. And
I
so
was.
I was watching Georgia Peach Nut out there with her sheets and blankets and stuff covering up her kumquats and
Mhm.
all kinds of fruit trees and stuff out there. And most of you guys don't normally have that issue. Now, see, like us up north, we're used to it. So a lot of my stuff is in the basement right now. I got my Meyer lemon tree down there trying to bloom its little heart out, and my figs and my bananas. I can't leave that stuff outside. So for me, I know what my limitations on what I need to bring in. I got a lot of fruit trees in big containers. I couldn't bring all that stuff inside. So right now I'm trying to put up a hoop tunnel next year to help some of my fruit trees survive our winters here. Because I
Right.
don't know how many is going to make it come this spring, but if you make it, fine. If not, oh well. You just be replaced.
Well, uh, Georgia, Georgia, fruit,
Hmm.
Georgia peach nut. I
Yeah.
think she lives a little further north than I do,
Okay.
and I'm more closer to Florida than she is, I
Okay.
believe. And now when it come down to all my fruit trees and stuff, I've got
Hmm.
quite a bit in the ground,
Okay.
and I got a bunch of citrus trees sitting over here in the pots and stuff, and fig trees.
Yeah.
Do I cover it? No.
Yeah.
I I, I start covering everything in it, and but I'm still losing them due to the fact that it's get real cold. So they
Right.
said that the citrus can go down to like 20, 30 something degrees.
Yeah.
So I really don't cover nothing up unless they say we getting ready to go real low. If we
Okay.
going below 20 something, I might try to cover it up then. But everything else, I try to let it get acclimatized to what's out here.
Yeah. And it's the same way. I got a few of those fruit trees. I want to take out the containers and put them in the ground, like some of my apple trees and maybe my pear trees. I
Yes,
already
sir.
got one in the ground. My Honeycrisp is doing just fine. So I want to put. I got a red delicious, a pink lady, and a yellow delicious apple tree I want to put in the ground. And I got what is that, a medley pear and a medley plum I want to try to get in the ground because they get more than what they need as far as chill hours. But I want them to be able to fend for themselves by sending down their own roots,
Right,
and establishing themselves. So we gonna see. We gonna see.
right. Because I got some precious fruits now and stuff,
Hey,
and
Odom.
I'm praying that they survive here in Georgia.
Mhm. Okay. Yeah, Odom saying hello.
What's up, bro?
Yep. So yeah, you're probably a 9 inch near making 9 in
Yeah,
making it.
she's
Okay.
trying to say the zone. If you're close to Savannah,
Okay.
you might be in 9.
Okay. Now, does that make a difference?
Well, it just means that that Georgia weather done came slightly up to us,
Uh-huh.
and I might be in 9 because majority of people. Correction. When I talk to the people in Florida, they tell me I'm in zone 9. But when I
Okay.
speak to some other ones, they say you're 8B. So it's just sliding back and forth, I guess.
Hey, Tia Drumgo and Nettles Nest. Good evening. How are you guys? Hey, Urban. Oh, Urban Gardening Chronicles is in there. Hey, girl,
How
how
you
are
doing,
you?
Urban?
Yes, indeedy. Yeah. So yeah, that's what everybody, is talking about. Like some people say, they're in like 8A or 7A, but they saying now they're in 7B and they can't see
Right.
the difference in the temperature. It's not warmer. And I've been told that those consensus change like every 20 years. So the 20
Yeah.
years was in 2023. So that's why the changes is coming out, but you don't see the changes in the temperature though. It's just the opposite of what they're saying. They said they're warming, but they was like, no,
Right.
we're finding out that the warmer states are getting cooler temperatures and the colder states are getting warmer temperatures.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
they're doing a switch off kind of, because like I said, by this time of year, we'd be like 6 to 8 feet in snow.
Right. Well, it's just like the daylight. Somebody said before, oh, the time is changing because it used to get dark around 4:30, 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
But
Days
now
are
it's
getting
getting to
longer.
6. It's
Yeah.
getting close to 6 and it's still daylight out.
Yeah.
So
The days are getting longer now. They're
yeah.
not as
And
short anymore.
I'll be glad when it get to that 9 o'clock. It start getting dark at 9, 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
I'll be
Yeah.
happy then.
Yeah. That will, for us, that won't be almost until like May, June
Mhm.
before it stretches that late. But I like when the sun come up at 5:36 in the morning because I get up early to go water my garden because I know by 9 o'clock it starts getting too warm for me to be outside because when I'm over in the lot gardening, there's no trees. It's just
Right.
straight sun. So I'm not out there trying to roast and tan. I don't need a tan. I'm good.
Now I love my daylight, and a lot of times I would as soon as my grandson get on the bus, I'm outside. But then with this weather the way it is now and everything,
Hmm.
sometimes I don't even go outside until after 12 or 1 o'clock.
Hmm. Hey, K Gill, how are you this
Nobody know
evening?
what
Yeah,
this
and
man
then I wouldn't come back out until maybe about 5:30, 6 o'clock, according on how soon the sun go down, to
right.
go and water stuff that I didn't get to early that morning, or I see stuff drooping, and it's like you didn't get me, and I'm letting you know, you know.
That's it.
So, for the ones who didn't see the very beginning of the chat, I actually put two Bible verses in the chat, something I don't normally do, but I know I have a lot of people in our community that do read the Bible. And a
Mhm.
lot of people try to say that a lot of the stuff that's going on is conspiracies. And if you're a Bible reader, the two scriptures I put in point blank tell you that there will be food shortages. And
Yes.
regardless of how much we can dry, freeze, or store in root cellars or however, it's still going to be a food shortage. We're not going
Right.
to be able to stop it. It's a prophecy that will be fulfilled. So not the government's not the bad guy in every situation. So just letting you know this is not coming from me. This is coming from God's word, the Bible. So you can look up those scriptures yourself in your own Bible and see, like wars after wars and earthquakes after earthquakes. All of that is taking place right
Wars
now.
and rumors of wars.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Kingdom against kingdom. So yeah, it's a lot going on right there. So believe the Bible's going to be fulfilled. So I know a lot of people are trying to grow more, not only to help their families, but to help other loved ones who aren't able. They might be elderly, they might be handicapped, or their financial situation doesn't give them that opportunity to store extra. So I've seen a lot of people who are trying to buy homes or lots or getting into community gardens just so that they can grow. I've seen yourself, J3, giving away grow bags so they can have some type of container to grow stuff from. I've
Right.
seen people gifting the metal raised beds and stuff.
Hmm.
So people are really getting deep into gardening. And I was talking to Presbyterian today, and she was telling me about some seeds that Baker Creek said was uh, they were going to give out. Now they didn't resend it. That said they no longer have that particular seed. And we said, oh, that's
Make you
strange.
think right there. Make you
Yeah,
think.
so I go, mm. Yeah. So, before, hey, Duval, um, the pandemic, a lot of us didn't, well, not myself, but a lot of people in the chat never gardened before. They're
Right.
2 or 3 years into it now. And they found out gardening is not cheap. When you initially
Right.
start off, for the ones who've been gardening for a while, we know how to improvise and do this, that, and the third. A lot of them are learning how to make compost pile
Right.
or
Right.
make their own worm castings or their own super juice, and other little ways to cut costs.
Right.
But initially, a lot of them are buying, soil,
Mhm.
um, by the square yards or bags or whatever they're building up. So yeah, it's going to be an expense.
But
And
yeah.
then, if you don't plant seeds, you're buying starts. That can be expensive as well, according on how many you want to buy for what. And we always try to encourage you to grow what you eat. Don't grow
Right.
something because it looks nice, because
Right.
if you grow it and you don't like it, you just spent time, energy, money, water, the whole 9 yards,
That's
and
it.
it was wasted, you know, and especially if you can't find anybody who might like it, you
Right.
know. So,
Yeah.
grow what you like to eat, you know.
As Miss Shirley said, grow what you like to eat, because a lot of growers are YouTube growers, and
Yeah,
they growing for YouTube to get all
yeah,
these points and people and all that stuff. They're growing stuff that they don't even eat. But
yeah,
the point to it is, grow what you like, grow what your family like.
right,
And yeah, when you start gardening, it is expensive at the beginning. But
right.
if you do it right or halfway right, less than a year down the road, you'll see that you can save the seeds that you have grown, and a
Mhm.
lot of stuff that you grow, you save it in, like squash, butternut
Yeah, the
squash and
seed.
stuff like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
You saving the seeds, plus you can set that in your pantry in a cool spot, and it will last a while.
Oh yeah, I have some patty pans, little white squash.
Hmm.
I still got them from last year that I haven't
Right.
eaten yet. They store well if you store them right,
That's
you
it.
know. And
Put
I
them in
have
a nice cool
onions.
place.
Yeah,
They'll last for a good while.
my onions, my garlic, my
That's it.
Yukon potatoes I haven't used yet. I'm getting ready to cook some of them real soon. I have cooked one, but I haven't cooked the rest of them. So if you store stuff right, it'll last. It'll
Yeah.
last. Not everything go bad after 3 days, if you store it right. But not
It-
only that, Jay, they can actually start now. If
mhm.
they're just new gardeners, they can start saving up their peelings off their carrots or off their celery. They can use the bottoms and start growing their own
Yes.
celery. You can take the roots of that, your own onions, the skins off of that. You can put that in start it in a bucket, a 5 gallon bucket if you got one, and start saving up all of those scraps and stuff. Instead of throwing them in the trash, start saving them
Right.
up. You
Right.
can either set it outside and let it collect rainwater and start super juice, or if you got some plants that died off and you still had the dirt, you could throw that dirt in there and start your compost. Put a couple of holes in it so it can breathe. And if you got
That's
a
it.
spot in the yard where you can go grab a handful of worms and throw them in there, you can start it right now. You don't have to wait. But
Right.
you could use what you have around
Eh,
the house. I'm quite sure everybody has fresh vegetables at
right.
one point in time during the course of the week when they're cooking. And instead of throwing that in the trash, throw that in your compost pile
Yes.
or your super juice.
And use your heads, use your head, because I know a lot of people are still going to the store and buying stuff from the store, your bell peppers, your
Yeah.
onions, all that
Yeah.
stuff. Take that bell pepper and save them seeds,
Yeah.
dry it out, and plant it.
I was
It
at my
might not be the
granddaughter's.
original. It might not be the original, but I
Yeah.
guarantee you get some bell peppers. You'll
Yeah,
get
I
some
was at
onions.
my granddaughter's house the last couple of days, and so yesterday I made a nice big dinner, and I made smothered cabbage, and I
Okay.
had some nice bell peppers. And the first thing I did, I said, "Don't throw that away. All them seeds on it. That's some nice sized bell peppers." I
That's
said, "Don't
it.
throw them away." So yeah, and people don't understand that how much wasteful they can be, and how that they need to just hold up on stuff. Hey, Sandra, living a full life. Thank you for coming in. Glad to see you. Gloria Elliott, thank you for coming in. I appreciate it. Deborah Garrett, thank you for coming in. Please, y'all, hit that like button and show me that you like me. It's my shit.
You got J.K. Gardner. He got a
Uh-huh.
statement up there at 7:30.
Wait a minute. I was trying to. All right.
Go ahead. You can start reading from where you at.
All right. I learned real quick. It's expensive. I've now limited my spending. I need an abundance of green peppers, onions, garlic, cabbage, and carrots. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah. It's
And
just
and,
like when you're going
and out of
into
them four you got right there, you can reproduce them still, except for
yeah.
one. You can
Yeah.
reproduce all those except for one.
Yeah. Hey, Cato family, how are you? Okay, I see it now. I'm trying to get to it. New gardeners can cut down on the amount of money, waste, and time if they listen to the advice of others who have grown for a time. And that's what this is what our garden community is about. This is what we're here for. Every time I turn around and I see someone new in my chat, it makes my heart just bubble over that someone else is reaching out and trying to be self-sustainable,
Right.
in regards to if cutting down on costs, eating healthy, being a little more responsible to how you treat the earth because a lot of that stuff go in the landfills, okay?
Right.
So, it's a lot of good reasons in regards to why we should garden.
Okay. Wellness with Frugal Mama. She said, I bought some worms. They died almost immediately. I don't know what went wrong. If they died immediately after you got them, 9 times out of 10, they was dying when you bought them.
Yeah.
Because if you got a fresh set of worms and you put it in a slot that was made just for them, they will survive. But if you go to a gas station or even Wally World and you buy worms, you need to look at them, make sure they're not dead, and look at the date that's on the container.
And I actually, when the first time I started growing worms on the inside, I bought a huge plastic container. I drilled holes in the bottom. I got newspaper and I wet it and I put layers and I put food in between. And I got wigglers from the bait shop. That's how I
Yes.
started my worm
Yes.
farm. You know, at that time, I wasn't think I could have just went out in the backyard and got a handful of dirt with worms in it. But I went to the bait shop and it was cheap at that time. That was eons ago. So it was like $1 something, for a really big container of red wigglers and put them in there. And then as I chopped up veggies and whatever, I would take them down there and throw them in there. And that thing got so full of worms, I was selling them to people that I knew that like fishing, So I made a profit out of it. And I put those worms right back into the yard, So they're probably all over the place in the yard now. Hey, Tina, good evening.
Hello, Tina. How you doing?
Yeah, that's all right. We appreciate you just listening.
Wellness, no, you don't dig a hole. You prepare a place. That depends on how you're gonna do your worms, whether you got your worms for your garden or whether you got it to make compost or
Right.
for the worm poop. Either way, you
Yeah.
don't just dig if you
Worm
dig a
cast.
hole and throw them back in the ground, they're most definitely going back in the ground. You got to put them where you need them, or you use them to make compost.
Yeah. Yeah. So, and when you put them in the ground, make sure they have something to feed on.
Yes.
Just don't throw them in the ground. If you got some scraps of some kind, throw something in there because not only will they feed on that, they will attract other worms nearby and they will kind of take it from there in regards to digging holes in your soil that help improve drainage, add worm castings, and they will multiply and they will help break up all that clay or bad soil that you have. It will fertilize it as well.
Yes.
So they have a lot of benefits to them. Let nature do what nature does best. Everybody quit trying to produce the same thing nature has. You can't do it. It's not possible. So what you do is go out, put it in the ground, and let nature take care of itself. It's just like when we say that you feed your soil feeds your plants. So if you got dead soil, that means you need to build it up, and be careful in regards to where you put your gardens. A lot of people don't realize that you have to know a good spot to put your garden in regards to how many hours of sunlight you want during the course of the day. Just because you might get 3 or 4 hours of sun during the day, it might not get it at night or in the evening because you got a neighbor who has trees. And when you originally put your garden out there, it was wide open, getting full sun. But once those trees leaf out, it turns into heavy shade. So
Yeah.
now you got stuff that likes sunlight at least 4 to 6 hours. It's not getting it because of where you place your garden. So it's good to know. You'd be surprised how many people out here do not know which way their house face. I know my front end faces the east and the back end faces the west. And you can't put stuff that loves the sun in the north somewhere and then putting some in the south somewhere when they need to be in the other two directions. So you need to know which way your house face, how much sun your yard gets. Just like in the wintertime, I can tell just where the hot spots are because the snow will melt faster in one spot than it will in another.
Right.
So I know that that spot is warmer and will warm up a lot faster than this spot over here. This snow can still be sitting there 2 weeks later, but this snow part is already melted and you actually see greenery in it. So it does make a difference in regards to where you place your garden in regards, because you have some plants that can take maybe only 4 hours of sun and still thrive, but you still need to know which way the sun comes and goes in your garden, even as a beginner gardener. Because if you put something that craves sun and you got it in a shady area and you wonder why the plant is struggling, it's because it's not getting what it needs. And most people will think it needs fertilizer, and then they end up frying it, from too much fertilizer. So it's a lot of things that you need to do. As we always say, do your research. We
That's
got,
it.
you got libraries, you got cell phones, you got computers, laptops, tablets. There's no excuse why you can't look up some of this information and find out for yourself. Just do your research. Sammy Joe, how are you, sweetie? What? What are you laughing
I
at?
had to let Wellness of Fruitman. I just set them on top of the dirt. Shake my head. If you just set them on top of the dirt, yeah, they're gonna die.
Yeah,
If you
yeah,
got a hard soil and everything, they're gonna die because they're gonna try to go in the ground, and that dirt is so hard that they can't get into it.
yeah, yeah. Your
Worms,
your plants
worms
will
need
stretch
an
yourself.
avenue to
Mhm,
continue.
yeah. Your plants will stress themselves out trying to survive. And when they do that, either your plant will die or the fruit on it will not even be worth eating because it's just all jacked up. You be wondering, why does it look this way? Because your plant had to fight so hard to survive. It gave you what it could. So you got to be mindful in regards to your soil. Like I said, your plant's only going to grow and produce in regards to how well the soil has been taken care of. If break it up, dig it up. Sometimes I've dug up a spot in my yard. It was so dry, it was like dust. There was no worms, no weeds. I mean, it this you talking about no zero zilch nada no nutrition. And that now that was dirt. That wasn't soil. That was just straight up dirt. Would nothing grow. Now you know when weeds don't grow in it, it doesn't have jack to give.
Right.
And then that's when I started adding um, ground up leaves and grass together, and it started attracting worms and stuff. And then they started
Right.
coming through, and then they started leaving their little deposits and stuff. And then next year, it was so fertile I could grow anything in it. But I never seen soil that depleted of nutrients in a long time. So it is possible. But get to
Mhm.
know your soil. If you have an extension program in your neighborhood, you can always take soil samples and send it off to them to see whether or not how depleted what your soil needs. Yeah, that's another thing too, because yeah, when a plant is struggling, pest will attack it because it knows it's weak. Yeah,
Right.
it will suck it dry. It will suck all the life out. What little life it got, it'll suck the rest of it out of it. So yeah, so if you got an extension program and you really want to know what your soil lacking, like if it needs more potassium or phosphorus or whatever, they will do an analysis and send it back to you and let you know, and then you can kind of take it from there. I mean, it's too many resources out here nowadays. There's a lot of garden clubs maybe in your neighborhood or nearby that you can contact. Sometimes you get volunteers who will come out and help you because you're interested in doing something productive and constructive, that they don't mind coming out. You, like they said, you find a gardener, please, y'all could talk for hours on end, don't even know each other from a box of rocks. But
Right.
it's just the fact that you have something in common. So sometimes you'll find someone that will just volunteer. I had neighbors drop off stuff over here at my house all the time. I got a plant here I can't do nothing with. I see your plants all up on your balcony and stuff. Take it. I don't even want it. And it could be a nice pot. I was like, you want the pot back? It's like, no, just take it, And then they'll see her flourishing, sitting up on the rest of the balcony with the rest of them. Be like, what did you do? I was like, yeah, I quit overwatering it. I only added a little bit of
Hmm.
fertilizer, and then I let nature do its own thing. It's just some people don't have the time. They don't have they
That's it.
they just don't want to fool around. It looked pretty in the store, you
Yeah.
know.
Even when I go to the big box store, I find the manager. I said, what's the price on these half dead trees?
Oh, I do that all the
And
time.
that's my thing right there. He know when I say half dead, he know he got to come down on the price. Plus, I
Hey,
get a
veggie
military
farmer.
discount too, so I might be able to get me 5 or 6 trees and spent less than $25.
You know what, T-Knock, I've tried some of those soil
Hey,
tests and
Veggie.
stuff and moisture things, and they don't always work. They might work one or twice, and then after that, they no good. Yeah.
Hmm.
You can try them though. I've tried them years ago, and I didn't like them. I don't know if the new one's even better, but I don't even mess with them anymore. Shawnee 2003. Hey, hon,
Hey,
how are
Shiny.
you? Yeah. Like this pot right there. I was at Wally World the other day, and I was in the garden department. They got gazillion boxes. They haven't finished putting the spring stuff in, and I was like, well, I probably gotta go back now and find a lot of stuff. But they had some house plants, and I saw that one. I was like, I don't have that one. I've never seen that one before. So I purchased it, but I sure went looking to see if they had gotten their seeds yet. See, by us being in Ohio, a northern state, we don't get a lot of warm stuff until like March or April before they start sending stuff. And even in Home Depot and Lowe's, they're late on the seeds and stuff. So I'm just waiting. And every now and then when I'm out, oh, she said they got a new test. Okay. Oh, they're better. Okay. All right. Thank you for that info. For anybody who want to do some own personal soil testing without sending it through other agencies. They work. You must read. Yeah. Hmm. God gave us soil moisture testers. Put finger in dirt. Ta-ding!
Oh,
Yeah. If the
one
tip is dry, yeah, it's time to
one
water.
one way I tell whether I got good soil or not is I look at all the junk that grows up in my yard. In the back, I got wild leaves that constantly grow. I know the dirt got to be the soil has to be good. And
Yeah. Yeah.
where I got my compost, my wood chips and everything back there, I got
Mhm.
mold and all that other stuff growing up in it. I see that as good.
Yeah.
Or I go and I just walk in my yard and I see mushrooms growing.
I just
I,
did ready to say about the mushrooms.
right.
Yeah, they popping up. It's good.
You know you
I
got
had them popping up in pots and stuff. I was like, yes. I had milkweed pop up last year that I thought I didn't. Let me put it to you like this. I was driving past a nursery and I stopped and I went in the nursery. I didn't really see anything I want. I came out to the parking lot and where my car was parked, I looked and I was like, that looked like milkweed. And you know how and I went over and I got closer to it. And I said, this is milkweed. You know, they had the little white flowery stuff. I grabbed a few, stuck them in the car, forgot about them. And then I was cleaning out the car and I saw them and I took them and I just let them go and didn't think nothing else about it, forgot about it. Last year, it got about 4 or 5 feet tall. And then it started sending all the flowers out. So I'm gonna go look to see. Hopefully, I might have a monarch butterfly stuck up under one of those and see. And I was like, yeah, yeah. And that's what I want. I already get a lot of butterflies because I have a white buddleia and a purple buddleia butterfly bush, and I get a lot.
I don't need to see no butterflies or no moths. I don't need to see none of that.
I think they're pretty, and they're pollinators too.
I have bees. I don't need any moth around my bees. Moth will destroy a beehive.
Yeah, they destroyed your beehive.
No, moths will destroy a beehive.
Oh, moths. Oh, okay, all right. Well, I was talking about butterflies. I like
That's still
butterflies.
moths still fall in that category.
Yeah. 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 Well, you got those that cabbage butterfly moth. That's just destruction.
Mm-hmm.
That's destruction.
Cato family, just take a few classes. It's easy. It's easy. The first time I did it, I got stung over 45 times, and this is at one time. I got stung over 45 times, and I know because I came back in the house and me and the wife was counting them. Just take your time and watch, learn, and ask questions.
Mm-hmm.
And join a bee association if you got one in your area.
Yeah. Find out if you got one in your area. Give them a call and make an appointment to go check out a class or two. Yeah, we got a lot of beekeepers.
Mm.
Oh no, we're not gonna do this tonight.
No cat keepers. No cat keepers.
Yeah. Yeah, we got a lot of beekeepers. We got a lot of people who have chickens. We got people getting into rabbits and quail and turkeys. So yeah, there's a lot of folks in our own immediate, community that can help you out on that.
Well, I'll check your channel out and talk to you, Cato.
Yeah, yeah, you can.
Because I don't know whether you're in Georgia or not. So we'll
Yeah,
discuss it.
well, we're speaking of that. Yeah, drop MSOG. Let us know what state you're from, what your grow zone, and also if you have a channel so we can check you out, see what you all about. Okay. Dicey said, I'm getting some beads in the spring. Okay. All right. And I know a couple of folks who are getting some more chickens. Yeah. So that they can start filling up them cartons of eggs. Uh, Honey Slinger, you got chickens?
I got rid of all my chickens. I'll be getting some more this year.
Okay. All right. Are they in your freezer or did you sell them?
I got rid of everything.
Okay. Well, I know you was talking about your grandson. What was it? The hog?
No,
Yeah.
I got rid of all the sheep and everything, and
Uh-huh.
I just got rid of everything that Thursday. I got a call Friday and told me I had to pick up a sheep Saturday, and he's still sitting out here now, making me mad.
Shawnee, thank you. You can stop. Okay, so they said they're 7-ish,
Okay,
B-ish.
70-ish. Okay.
Okay. Now, what's the difference in temperature between A and B?
Uh, a slight difference.
Like what, like
Like
5 degrees, 10 degrees?
I'm not quite sure on it, but I know they just have a slight difference. Because
Okay.
Broke, he's in he's north than I am, and he's got 8. He's shifted 8B now, and I'm 8B, and I'm 8 and 9.
Okay. So what's the difference? Hey, Maria Graham, I
It's
didn't
just a
see you.
slight
He's up in here.
difference in the weather. He gets a little colder on his end than I do.
All right. Because I mean, like you can have A, and B in your own yard. You have microclimates in your
True.
own yard. You know,
True.
you have plants that are tall in the back and the one short in the front. It's going to block the sun. So therefore, they might be a few degrees cooler just in your garden bed alone. You can have your own mini microclimates, you know. Hey,
It's true.
David. David
And
says, all right.
you can also make your own too. Like if you got a greenhouse, you can
Yeah.
kind of make your own climate as well.
Yeah. The shadows from it as well. Hey, CC. Just got off work. Oh, glad you made it home safe and sound. Odom says it's Mike. Dave said 3 to 6. Odom says 5 to 7. All right, so it's in there in between. Hey, so blessed. Thank you for stopping in this evening. Glad to see. All right, and what did Mike say? All right, I got another one.
B is warmer than A.
Oh no. All right. Okay. What happened? It's the chat keep jumping every time I try to hit a certain one. Okay. Mike says B is warmer than A.
Right.
Okay. All right. You would think it would be the other way around, but it's not.
No, it's not.
All right. Here go one. I went from 9B to 10A. My county was split. North County stayed 9B. So everyone's noticing the change.
Right.
In regards to their garden. Yeah. It's the same way. Like right now, I have hydrangeas all in the front of my yard, and they love the morning east sun. But then my Japanese maple, when I got it, was like maybe it wasn't even a foot tall. Well, it's like 30 feet tall now. And almost as wide, and it changed the whole area. Sometimes I can see my plant stretching, trying to get sun off the top of it, you know, and the plants that used to be underneath it has gotten shadowed out and stopped growing because the sun is blocked from the Japanese maple. So this year, I got a saw, and I'm gonna get in there and I'm gonna start trimming it up a lot because it gets so thick up underneath there is total shade. There's no sun at all. And I used to have the most beautiful tulips and hyacinths and stuff that grew up underneath there because they got the early spring sun. And then as it starts to leaf out, it started getting shaded.
Right.
So yeah, I got to make some changes there because I had some really nice flowers under there that's gone because I didn't trim it. I trimmed it, but I didn't trim it enough. Hey, Mona, sifting some soil and more. Thank you for stopping in. Glad to see you made it. Hope you're doing fine.
That's one of the reasons. That's one of the reasons I know how spring is coming because I've got some tulips on this side of my house, and they're in the shade. But when the tulips start coming up out the ground, I know it's springtime around here.
Mm-hmm. My neighbor next door has this bush, and right now I can't think of the name of it, but every time it turns yellow, I know spring is here. It only turns yellow when it's warm enough for the spring to hit. You hit it. Regenerative Life, Wayne, how are you? Thank you for coming in this evening. Okay, what does Jeanette say? Zone 8A is 10 to 15 zone. 8B is 15 to 20 zone. 9 is 20 to 25 in Georgia. Okay. We broke that all the way down.
Between the heat levels.
Yeah. Ooh, wait a minute.
I'm in 8 South Carolina. Today we were 63. Yesterday it was 40 degrees. And I'm in Georgia right now, and it's 43 degrees.
Wow, 63. That shoot, 40 degrees for us would be a heat wave. Much longer. 63. Woo. Y'all complaining. Nah, give it to me. I bet you I'd take it all day long. Come over here and take this 36 degrees. I woke up was it last week? I woke up, it was 12 degrees at 9 o'clock in the morning. My great grandbaby, she looked up at me and I looked at her and I was like, we going back to sleep. It was no reason for us to get up. We weren't going anywhere. We weren't doing anything. And she looked up at me and smiled and laid her head back down and we went back to sleep. It was so
She just wanted to see who was holding it. That's all.
yeah. Hey, PIA, how are you, sweetie? Thank you for stopping in this evening. We were just talking about will this be
Bless. How
your
you
best
doing?
year for growing? Like I said, a lot of people have moved, some people into smaller places, some into larger places with more land. And they were saying all the things that they wanted to grow. Last year was a lot of questions asked. What would you grow? What have you grown and want to repeat growing, or what haven't you grown and you would like to try? And people was telling us and showing us the different kinds of seeds, especially in tomatoes and peppers, hot peppers, and all the different kind of sweet peppers as well, and tomatoes, the different kinds and different varieties, of this. So people are really looking forward to starting their gardens this year and trying all these new things. So it's going to be interesting, as we get closer to the summer months for the folks who've already are dropping seeds now and will be getting, produce before we even can drop seeds. That's why hydroponics is so big right now for all the ones who can't plant outside that can plant indoors, and the things that they're growing. I was watching between You Grow Row and Mike Chaotic, watching them, cut up a whole salad, tomatoes, cucumbers, and different spices and stuff, parsley and onions and what have you. So it's nice to see that it can be done on the inside if you can't
Yes.
do it outside. So if they're growing all that stuff inside, just imagine what they can do for outside.
And being realistic, you should learn a little bit of both, because if it's too cold outside and you can't grow anything, you can do something inside the house until you can get back outside.
CC, that's wine with a shot of rum.
Oh Lord.
Yeah.
Red wine, red hair, red lipstick. Ooh.
Ah, ooh,
But
yes.
I'm gonna be in my place tonight. We're not going no further.
Ooh. All I do is take one comment. Somebody in chat gonna take it
We're
around
not
with
doing that. We're not doing that.
Oh, hey, Yankee sister. That's all right. That's right. I was telling her about get the weed whacker out because I was like, all you folks in the bushes, I'm bringing a weed whacker out.
Run them out the bushes.
Ooh, I'm also having my own private summer too.
Drive safe, bro.
Where broke at? Did he have to work tonight?
Yeah, he was. He said he was driving and listening.
Okay, and went from 9A to 8B to 9A again. Oh, what is this? Okay, come on. I'm trying to learn how to work this. We've had frigid temps coming up this weekend, single digits, even in the negative. Well, next week,
Ooh.
they said start Monday. We're supposed to start at 14 degrees and go down.
I thought I saw something.
Oh, I see, bro. I see. He said, hey, Shirley, driving home and listening. Okay. Look at Cece. It was 75 degrees here today. I seen days where Cece was cold and had a hat. Talking about hands was cold. She couldn't get out there gardening day. Yeah.
Yeah. Tuesday we're supposed to be at 28. Wednesday 21. Thursday 25.
Mm.
Come up to Friday be 31, and then Saturday go back down to 26. Woo! I shall be in the house.
Mona says it's 71 degrees right now. Man, that's inside. Oh, that's
I can
inside.
tell it's cold outside because my AC, I mean my heat keeps
There she
kicking
go.
on.
There go my girl. Hey, you Roro. Oh my goodness. Now this is something that's strange.
54
54
degrees.
North Florida. Wow. Hey, Skilly. Yeah, it sucks. But I like when everybody's doing mail call and they showing the seeds that they're getting
Right.
and also the containers that they're buying to store all their seeds and stuff in. So you can almost feel the enthusiasm, you know, in our community in regards to everybody is biting at the bit to say, as they say, to grow something, you know.
That's it.
I don't care if it's just one plant. They ready to grow it and let it blow them out the water because it's gonna be so fantastic.
And make
So
sure it's something that you like.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
By Yankee Sister being in the bushes, she said she can't holler at everybody individually, but she want to let us know that she's listening and she see us. So we appreciate that. Uh,
Hey, 10.
yeah, you know what, Cece, I've been trying to better my subjects on what I have on Thursday night by listening to everybody during the course of the week, because, we got folks talking about love and romance and certain ages, and then we have other channels that tell you in regards to what we need to know about YouTube and their changes. We're also like, I'm really glad about 10 how in the legal aspects, how she's telling us
Mhm.
to step up our A game if we want to do LLCs or if you want to do trademarks or whatever.
Right.
What's the legal procedures that you can go through? And don't let these folks con you in regards to how much they can charge you to do this and that and the third when you can actually go on the internet and file a lot of that stuff for free, without giving up a dime to anyone for that. So she said it's good to be informed in regards to all these things so that you don't get shystered, because there's a lot of people out here, they don't have a problem with taking your money. If
And
they
she
think,
will not leave you
you know,
uneducated.
oh yeah, oh yeah. She will make sure and she will invite you into her channel to call her, find out, in regards to what you need to know. Cover your plans from freeze burn. Yeah. Oh, there she go. Was your ears burning? 10, because I was sure talking about you in a good way. In regards to how all these changes are happening in the garden world. You got a lot of folks who got their own businesses and they don't want to be sucked in by all these what they call imitators, coming
Hmm.
in and taking all their hard work and putting it under their name and leaving you out to dry, you know.
Right.
So yeah. Netta's nest, I would take 61 degrees at a heartbeat. Girl, please, you just don't know. That's a breeze in the park. That's a heat wave for us here in Cleveland. Oh, yeah, folks are winterizing their chickens. Yeah, but a lot of people said though that they put their chickens outside, and their chickens know how to take care of themselves.
Right. Chickens do know how to take care of themselves. If it get too cold, they will be in a big bungle themselves, keeping each other warm.
Yeah, you
And
if
I done seen my
yeah,
chickens where I made a big chicken house for the chickens. Chickens ain't never been in that house. They've been out there in the run that they're in, and I don't watch chickens where it's been cold out there, and you got the chickens that are on the outside. They stay there for a while, and then they move on the inside, and the one on the inside come to the outside.
yeah, yeah. So, and I've seen documentaries about chicken farmers and how you see all the chickens like right up next to each other like that, conserving body heat, and some of them spread their feathers out and their wings and stuff. you know, how they keep their kids warm. You know, they know
Right.
how to tuck them up under there and keep that heat in there.
How
So
you doing,
yeah,
Sweet Ray?
yo, I'm way behind. Hey, sweet Ree, I see you now. Hey, saying hello to everybody. I'm trying to catch up. I have a okay. Duval
Yeah.
says she got a coop heater.
Yeah, be safe with it. Make sure you use your precautions with that heater.
Yeah, don't end up with fried chicken now.
No, burnt chicken, not fried, burnt.
Chicken fricassee, chicken fried baked chicken, fried boiled chicken. Be careful with that coop. Oh, that's funny. Yeah. Now a coop heater. Um, by you being in Florida, has it gotten that cold where you actually need one? Because I do believe you said you was in Florida. I could see if it was like GT or Mike, but is it, you know, is your chickens bougie? They so used to the hot heat that anything below 65 they would have issues with.
Regardless of whether how hot it is or not, it'll be good to have a coop because they chickens need a place to go to.
Oh yeah, well they need somewhere to hide from predators or whatever, from bad storms or weather or whatever. So I understand that to have a coop. That's to me, that's a given. But a heater, I haven't heard anybody use a coop heater. Most of them, if they had heat lights, it's because they had baby chicks, you know, something of
Right.
that sort. But I haven't heard anybody speak on a coop heater. So this is kind of the first for me. So, and I know
Most
she's
of
in
most
Florida,
of the
so
people in cold areas usually have the heater,
yeah,
or if they're in the warm area, they only got it during the winter months.
okay, yeah. So I don't think this is winter time in Florida, though, is it?
I don't know. I didn't know Florida have winter.
Yeah, that's what I didn't think so either. So it should be in the 20s or low 30s. Okay, wait a minute. Let me put that on the screen. It should be in the 20s or low 30s next week. But they are bougie. That's what I figured they had to be bougie. They have a coop heater. I was like, I thought she said she was in Florida. So I was like, okay. All right. I'm glad it wasn't just me. Okay. All right. Uh,
And that's another thing too. I just caught Cato Farms where he said his chickens are
look,
cold hardy.
see.
There are chickens like Barred Rock and Rhode Island Red. They are chickens that can actually handle the cold.
You want to be out there breaking ice. Yeah, well, the water will freeze. All right. Let's just try it. Oh, I'm trying not to read somebody else's mail. Oh, but
You're the
okay.
postmaster.
But so yeah, so your chickens are pretty cold hardy, but it got cold enough that the ice froze, so you had to break
Right,
the ice.
right.
You know who I also watch a lot of about their chickens is Fifi. She be out there with her pit bull, and they be running in and checking the chicken coop, making sure that they're all safe.
That's it.
You know, because sometimes she show those big old hawks sitting up in the trees, waiting to swoop down on her chickens.
Right.
And I
I
know,
had a hawk that used to be in a tree right in my yard, and I guess it finally realized there's a big fence around it that he couldn't get in there.
uh-huh. What? No, we're not doing this tonight. What did I tell you? What did I tell you? You want to be on punishment? Yeah, when I go visit my granddaughter, I don't take her because she got two dogs. So when I come home, when I go over to her house, the dog smell the cat, and when I come home, the cat smell the dog. So I'm just like, okay, y'all just gonna have to duke it out.
That's a good selection right there, David.
Americanas, Delaware Road, Island
Mhm.
Red, Sex Link, Barn Rock, but they don't. Lay much. Okay. If they don't lay much, are they meat birds?
These are dual birds. They're meat and layers.
Get down to 40 degrees.
I want my birds to do it all.
David, let me explain something to you. She does. Because she know I don't care putting your butt out. You'll be outside fending for yourself. I buy the litter. I buy the food. My cat is bougie. She only drinks bottled water. She don't drink nothing from the tap. She gets different foods and stuff. She bougie too. But if you staying in my house, and she's a good mouser. If I have any mice, I don't have any mice. But when I tell you to do something, or you're gonna need a new address. Okay. Oh, all right. Wait a minute. I tried to catch it. Any can be a meat bird. I understand it, but some people will buy chickens only for their eggs. They won't use them as a meat bird. They say when they get too old, maybe they might be a meat bird, or they might give them to somebody else. But for the most part, most people buy chickens for their eggs.
Right.
And a lot of people won't eat their chickens because they become pets. They become friendly. They had, like they said, like it takes GT to tell you about it. He cracks me up. He says they got their own little personalities.
Yeah.
They all got names and they all react differently. So yeah.
Yeah, but I want you to know that lemon pepper, barbecue, and spackles,
Hot sauce.
hey, they're good. When we first got chickens, my wife named everyone out there. Even the rooster had a name. But I said, I don't know what you're gonna name them. They still gonna get cooked.
Who was that? Sherry and Bobby, when they had those pigs. Just naming them Bacon and certain ones. It's funny when you think about it. She said, "Don't you can get attached if you want to, but yeah, I can't eat my chickens, only eggs." Okay. Hey, there you go. We talked about was your ears burning, GT.
Hey.
I was speaking in regards to how you like to how you talked about your chickens and their different personalities, how you named them, and how you crack up at them. Everybody saying hi to GT. Yeah. So yeah, some people do. Oh, you say you about to drive, but you're listening. Okay. Yeah, like a lot of people said, they're not buying them for meat birds. The only ones I know that really get into the meat birds and they show you how to process them and all that was Homestead Heart.
Mm-hmm.
She show you how her and Mr. H break them bad boys down, take the feathers off of them. And they even show you that they had their grandkids around while they doing all this so they can show them, future generations. If you got meat birds and stuff, this is how you process them, and they got the whole gamut. They got goats and turkeys and they pet, and their animals follow them around, follow her everywhere she go. Follow her everywhere she goes.
And they can follow me every place they go, but they're still gonna get ate.
They still bon appetit, huh?
That's it.
Look at David talking about once my back touches my ribs, he's in a pot or grill. I can believe that. Oh, okay.
Well, my bone ain't got to touch my back. It's still going in the pot.
I know that's right. It ain't got to go that far. No, I'm not gonna wait that long.
Hey, I don't be too weak to kill it and eat it and all that stuff. Yeah. I want to be able to do it while I'm healthy.
I don't care if they chicks. They'll be like eating they call them the
Cornish hens.
Cornish hens. Yeah. Yes, indeed. It will serve the purpose.
That's it.
It will serve the purpose. No, okay.
I already made up in my mind when I get my chickens, I'm also gonna get 1 or 2 roosters so I can get certain breeds. And
okay.
All my males, some of them will be Cornish hens.
Sammy Joe says my meat hens are all called chicken nuggets, and I love every one of them for 8 weeks. Then they have dinner.
We got to stop talking about eating chickens because Kay is here too.
Okay, Renee.
That's right. But I tell you what, Kate, I don't know. Bon appetit.
Oh, she got a thing about chickens.
She don't eat her chickens either. They just eat the eggs.
Okay. Well, a lot of them I know like that. A lot of them I know like that.
Oh,
They said they will eat the eggs. They're not gonna eat them. They become pets.
okay. You don't need that many pets around the house.
I know that's right. I don't need to be feeding that many miles, and they only giving me eggs. They got to give me a
Hey.
lot more than that.
Well, they can make you money, so
Well, and yeah, and you can also use the bed in your garden. Yeah, they do
right.
have more than one purpose, but I like chicken too much. Look at K Renee.
This
What
is
she say?
this is the time, Kate, that you will lose all your children thanks to me.
Oh, she said she don't eat her babies. Oh my goodness. Can you use them babies as tax deductions?
Hey. Well, she do. I'm pretty sure she buying the feed for them. You can try.
Duval got a noisemaker. She got a rooster.
Right.
He is 2 years old and 1 year. One hen, 1 year old. Okay. So they should be throwing some eggs down and making eggs that you can actually start and to hatch to make some chicks to increase your little herd. Yep. What is Cece? What she say? Sure can they will no. Oh, Cece said she can eat a chicken in a heartbeat. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. And David, do you eat your chickens while you talking? Cause I know you got a cow, chickens. David said my rooster is mean. Oh, roosters. He got an S on it. So you trying to make a lot of chicks and yeah. David, do
Dave,
you hatch your own chicks?
Dave, I bet I could train your rooster. I bet I could train it.
Hey, Gina, what's up, daughter?
Hey, Gina.
Yeah, he does. Did you see David in the? I was watching his video the other day. He was inside the chicken coop. He was standing there pouring water, and he was just, and his little chickens was just walking around him. They wasn't pecking at him or nothing. They was like, "Daddy's in here. Don't mess with him." Yeah. I was like, "You mean to tell me David got a soft side? Look at him with these
Hmm.
chickens." I was like, "He worked better with the chickens than he do other human beings." When he on this chat, he be tearing us up, but he get in his chicken coop with his chickens, and he just as nice as he want to be.
That's because them chickens will pay him back when he run his mouth.
Yeah,
They run up, peck him, or start scratching him. Either one, he'll get straight quick.
I like this comment. Say no doubt about what's happening in yours. You said just straight up, I'm gonna eat mine. Say you can play if you want to. Oh, let's see. My girl's gonna learn where them chicken nuggets come from. I hope they're old enough to take it.
All right,
My rooster
they'll
so
learn.
mean, won't let me in the coop. My husband have to use the net. Get out of here. That's a mean rooster. Won't even let you in the coop. Oh, he be running you up out of there and you feed him too. Oh, he got to go. Yeah, he would be Sunday's dinner for the preacher or whoever else want to come over and eat.
Hmm.
No. I can't go in my own coop.
All right.
And you on TV hard. Yeah, a lot of people are pulling up stuff this time of the year from their gardens. Now, um, J3, what kind of seeds are you dropping this time of year? Is it too cold for you to plant anything?
Well, I can start seeds here in the house.
Would you put brassicas outside in this weather?
I'll still start in the house, then I'll take it out because I wanted to get at least a good 3 inches on it before I put it out. because there ain't no telling which way this weather might go.
Like Trick Daddy. Yes, indeed. So yeah, so it's nice to see so many. How many in the chat that do not have chickens, but they're working on getting them this year? I would actually like rabbits.
I will have rabbits this year.
I have a neighbor who has a bunch of rabbits, babies that he's selling. But I would be more interested right now in the rabbit poop than I would the rabbits, because I would have to have housing for it first. I'm not bringing it in my house, and I got a cat too. This
Nah, the only one benefit from that is the cat.
Yeah.
But this year I will have rabbits, chickens, goats, bees.
So why'd you get rid of everything?
Because I've got 6 grandchildren now, and I'm in the middle of the city. But when you see my videos, it looks like I'm in the country. But from the front of my house, you can see I'm in the city. And
Okay.
I don't like my grandkids out in the front, so I moved everything back to straighten up the backyard so they have they can run around every place. And then I moved my fruit forest, and then the animals be behind that.
Gina said she got rabbits coming this spring, so she getting ready to join the fowl group.
I hear you, David.
I ain't think about it. David, I know they can come inside the house, the rabbits, but my cat, no. I can see her standing there talking about, no, you're not coming in here messing up my good thing. He don't think I can manage them. Hey, Broke's still working on his wife to get some chickens. She let him have the fruit trees in the greenhouse and the food forest, and he still get the big piece of chicken. So you got to take the good with the bad on that one. Who is that? Good evening, Miss Shirley. Oh, hey, who's that? Tamika? Yeah. What's up?
Yeah.
How are you?
Well, Miss Shirley, I'm gonna step down now, but I'll still be in the chat.
Okay.
Thank you for having me.
Well, thank you for coming up and sharing. I
Yes, ma'am.
appreciate you as always.
Appreciate you too.
You know everybody love you.
Is it me or is it the honey?
I didn't get any honey.
Oh, I guess you love me then.
You stepped right into that one.
Hey. All right now.
Bingo, though.
I'll be in the chat.
Okay. Bye, Jetty. Oh, that was cute. Oh, yeah. So anybody else want to come up and discuss what they're going to do in their gardens this year? You know, like I said, a lot of people discussed last year in regards to what they want to grow that they didn't grow, things that they liked that they want to grow again. Oops. Uh-oh. What did I do there? All right. And also, there's a lot of seed companies out here that has a lot of new stuff coming out, a lot of new seeds. And I've gone through some of my catalogs, and they already say sold out, sold out, sold out, sold out, sold out. So if I can't get it, nah, no big deal. I'm not going to worry about it. I figure somebody in the chat will have it. And I'll ask them, would they mind sending me some seeds? And I'll go from there. CC, your seeds will be coming shortly on the hibiscus. I started opening up the hibiscus seeds. I had to take the thing out on the porch. It was little bugs coming up out of there. I said, I don't think she would appreciate that. She just wanted the seeds. Yeah, so yeah, I'm working on it. I was waiting on the cold weather to kind of kill the bugs off. I opened them all up. Yeah, I'm not trying to send anybody any new bugs cross country. Hey, Sheed, we here. Thank you for stopping in to see Nia. Gladly appreciate. Got tongue tied there. Wait a minute. What is this? It's you. You're cheaper than your honey. Oh, that's cute. We bought enough seeds in the community for the world. That's true. Oh, thank you. I was wondering. Oh, girl, it took me 7 years ago to get those to you. I hope you enjoyed it. Yes, indeed. Oh, you're welcome, sweetheart. I'm just sorry it took so long to get them to you. But you know what? I heard a statement from Growing Out the Box, which is so true. But we have been doing it somewhat in smaller increments amongst one another. But like he said, we're in a garden community. No one should need to buy seeds. I don't care if you send somebody 5 as the maximum. If out of the 5, you plant 3 in case one dies, and you got 2 plants to grow. Once they grow to maturity and you collect those seeds, then you don't have to have any other seeds. You can actually share what you have from that batch. Because it's tried and true because you have grown it and collected it. So, and I know that's not going to stop us from buying seeds, because if we see them, we're going to buy them. I mean, that's just the nature of the beast. We like seeds. That's what we do. We're gardeners. But like they said, though, we got enough seeds amongst one another and I've noticed you're not stingy. Somebody sent an address to you and they said, can I have those seeds? Sure. Email me or call me, text me. Just get the info to me and I can get them to you in the mail ASAP. Okay. So if we don't have it and we need it, just ask for it, because we can't read your mind. If we got it and we got enough to share, it's not a problem. It's not a problem. Right now, I have an abundance of cantaloupe seeds that I've grown. I've done videos on them, and my watermelon seeds. I got a bunch of them, and I cleaned them up, and I got them in a nice container. So seeds is not an issue. And sometimes when you ask for a certain seed, you might get surprised. And when you open up your envelope or package or whatever, you might have 3 or 4 packets of other seeds that you didn't ask for, but they were willing to share with you, which is really cool, because I got some seeds that I wanted, didn't know they had them, and ended up getting them. So yeah, it's feasible. It's possible. And I love that. That's the way we roll. Sure, hon. Yes, I can. I get behind in the chat sometimes talking, and I appreciate seeing what you guys in there. All right. Did anyone grow crucial last year, and would you share? I don't see them on Homestead Heart Store. There's a lot of folks that grew crucial. So y'all see this? J.K. Gardner is putting out a all points bulletin. They would like some crucial if someone doesn't mind sharing with them. There go my internet daughter. Hey, what's up, baby? Girl, you're looking good. Every time I see you, you're looking better and better. Wait a minute. Hey! Loving it. How are you?
I am good.
Okay.
I can't complain.
Okay.
It's funny that you were asking about like who's planning on getting chickens or whatever. I was like, because I haven't talked about it with that many people, but I have been going through the study of how I want to do my setup. That's a lot. Like just getting to the setup part of it, that's a lot. It's a lot.
I know.
Because there's so many different types of chicken coops. So I'm listening to there's a lot of YouTubers who have tried them. So I'm watching content, seeing what people think is good and not, and what the pros and cons were to it, and reading reviews and making sure I will have enough space. It's a lot.
I know. I know. I was listening to a few of them. They didn't even buy chicken coops. They bought dog runs and dog cages
Mm-hmm.
because they're pretty sturdy. If they can keep a dog in, I'm quite sure chicken should be able to be, they could add a building inside this,
Yep.
cage so that they can
Yep.
add, the swing and the bars and the nursing boxes and stuff, but it helped keep out other critters that might try to get at your
Mm-hmm.
chickens. So
Yep.
yeah, but then it came down to the bedding. People were talking about the different kind of beddings that they use there to help keep the smell down or keep the chicken's feet dry. And
Mm-hmm.
yeah. I'm just from watching all the different ones who have coops and chickens.
Yep.
It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work.
Yeah, it is. It's a lot of thought into it. I was on the phone with Lydia last night because she has chicken.
Oh
Showing
yeah.
her some of the options I was thinking of.
Oh, I remember when Nog and them was getting in there eating the chickens too.
Yes. Yeah. She has added that producer pride. Um I guess you could call it run. That Lead has.
Okay.
And so she could give them more space to move around and whatnot. So she's really liking that, and that's keeping the dog, because I think the dog got the ones that she would let hers free range every now and again.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so she's
So
not doing that anymore.
okay. Yeah, because they was getting out too, and she was trying to chase them down when they got out the fence. So
Oh, they still get out.
oh, okay. I see they
They
got another dog, a puppy or something they had got.
that
Yeah, I
lady.
saw her daughter
Yeah,
holding it. Yeah.
yeah. It's a Rottweiler. She's only like six
Yeah.
or 7 months. She's
She
still
was
kind of
pretty big though.
she's
Whoa.
big, but that's the
That's a
thing with bigger
Rockwater. Yeah.
breeds.
Yeah. Yeah.
She'll
They're
be
big.
full. She'll be at her full weight by like 10 months, maybe 11. Usually before they turn a year, they're already at full size.
Yeah. Yeah. And they will eat her chickens too. So she will definitely have to make sure they train.
Hmm.
Yeah, to
I
make
am finding that, Kato. I am finding the initial investment can be pricey, especially because I'm not going to go cheap with it. I want something that's going to last. I feel like if I go cheap, I'm going to have to replace it. It's going to cost me more money. So,
right down the long run. Yeah, yeah. And
yeah,
then too, you want to make sure that they're protected. So
that's good.
you know,
Yeah, yeah. I'm in the city, but we do get wildlife. I'm not far. I mean, literally, it's not odd to see deer in our backyard. I
yeah,
haven't had one get in my backyard, but I know they can. My neighbor across the street has had one in their backyard.
mm.
I bunnies and stuff are always rabbits are always in my yard. I wonder if that's why my soil be kind of nice. I think they probably get in there and poop on accident.
Hey, that's free fertilizer.
Because
Rabbit poop ain't no joke. That's the
I
good stuff.
know. I catch them in my yard all the time, and sometimes I could tell that something's been nibbling at a plant or two. But yeah, I wanted to do it this past year, and I talked myself out of it. The chickens,
Mhm.
and now I'm back there again. I think I really want to do it.
Well, I would say 15 years ago, if I had been on this YouTube thing, I would have had chickens then. But
Hmm.
my neighborhood has changed dramatically.
Hmm.
And I'm not gonna supply somebody else with my hard-earned work.
Yeah.
I'm fortunate that they don't rob my garden, so I'm not gonna press my luck with chickens. But my
Yeah.
nephew, who don't live too far away from me, he has chickens. So right now
Okay.
I got a huge bag of chicken salad in the garage right now that I'm
Hmm.
gonna spread over my beds and let them work their way into it. So and he gives me eggs from them. So I figure as long as he got chickens, Auntie she all right. I'm
Yeah.
good,
That's
But
what I feel
I
like
think
with
I would
mine.
like to try. And the city allows us at least 2 chickens. No
Hmm.
roosters, but you can have chickens.
Hmm.
So I,
Yeah, I'm in
I
a
would like to try
township
it.
and they don't have anything. I looked it up. They had nothing about chickens.
Yeah.
So,
Well, I'm let me put it like this. I'm on the cuff of middle class and upper middle class neighborhood. And the upper end of the neighborhood, they have chickens, and you're not going in their yard. So we, that
Then y'all be good.
yeah, we have $1 million mansions and stuff less than 5 minutes away from there, and they got everything. I think they got a goat or two back in there.
Nice. Nice.
So,
hey, Jamaica.
Hey, America. Thank you for dropping in. Hello.
Yay.
Yeah. I'm trying to see this
comment
Echo got. Just no chickens don't mind being or wet. Okay, I guess dry or wet. They just don't like being cold.
Yeah.
Hot, wet. Okay, all right, got you. Well, you know what? That pretty much speaks for everybody. Don't nobody like to be cold and wet. Who like being cold and wet? I take that back. A pinwin, a seal.
Yeah.
Maybe a whale or two, but for anything on land, nah.
Yeah, that was my biggest thing, Kato, is that I wanted to make sure that whatever coop I decide on is one that's going to keep them dry.
Yeah,
because I've seen some out there that are not as expensive, but they have some people have some issues, and then people upgrade stuff. They're like, oh yeah, I added a tin roof or whatever, and I'm like, I don't want to have to spend hundreds of dollars and then also spend more to nah.
And I also seen people put netting over the top too. To keep from netting over the top, swooping down. Because who is that? Fifi. She was showing one night the trees that was lining down her driveway. You could see the big hawks and stuff sitting up in the trees watching her chickens.
I remember that.
Watching her chickens. So need to put some over the top so they just can't swoop down, especially if they have babies and they come out. You know what I'm saying? Got to protect the babies as well, And you actually see the chickens running back in the coop when they got too close, They kept the door open and they ran back in because they can sense the danger. And Hey, Salon Diva, what's up, dear? Glad you could make it in this evening. So so Gina, will this be your best year yet with gardening?
I think so. I think every year has been like every year trumps the year before. Not always with something that I want to be doing so outstanding, but it still does. I know I was complaining about that squash this year. That squash, it loved my soil. It took over the garden. Hey, GT.
Hey, GT, what's up?
Hey there. How y'all doing?
All right. Talking about your favorite subject about you and your babies, your chickens.
Oh yeah, I was listening. Now Gina, on top of the chicken coops, that black like felt or roof stuff, you know what that's called?
Roofing felt. It's called roofing felt. FELT, roofing felt. Because I have some. I got some. I actually used it for ground cover.
Really?
Yeah.
Because I want when I build mine, I wanted to put that on there, but I didn't. It's called roofing felt.
Yeah, roofing felt. They put that down first, then they put the tiles on top of it.
But I see some of the coops. Maybe I'm looking at the cheap kind, but they have the black tarp or tar or something.
I was gonna say, Cato family said, I think is it tar paper or tarp paper? It says tar paper in the comment.
It probably be called that too, but I know over here they call it roofing felt because I deal with roofers. Tar paper or felt. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Because I was wondering. So now, Gina, did you say you're gonna get rabbits though?
No, I said I have. Okay. I get rabbits in my yard all the time.
Yeah, I did hear you just say that.
Yeah, they're always in my yard. Yeah, since I've been living over here, and I've been over here like 13 years.
Okay.
Always see bunnies.
Do you already have a spot mapped out for them in the yard, Gina? Okay.
Yeah, for the chicken. Yeah.
Yeah. Is it on
It's
the other
funny
side of
'cause-
the garden?
Yep. Because I don't have as much as it looks like I have a yard when I'm doing videos. My yard is not that big.
Are we looking
So
at the
I
same
have
video?
Yeah, I just finna say because it seems like it's plenty big to me. You got fruit trees and spots for your sweet potato vines to run and this,
Yeah.
that, and the third.
I was mapping it out yesterday because I have a privacy fence. So each section of my fencing is 8 feet wide. So I have about 32 to 40 feet left of yard that I'm not using. That's not garden already.
Okay.
So I'm gonna use at least 10 probably for the chicken.
Okay. And then just think of all the scraps that you would save to throw into the chicken coop.
Oh yes. There's probably some out there right now that I just because I ain't been out there in a while because I'm growing cabbage and collards and broccoli, but they're so cold. They've been out there since September or so. They still really taking a while to do their thing though. I'm just leaving them alone.
You see Sammy Joe, what she said? GT,
Yeah,
she said shade cloth.
I have a shade cloth, but I'm referring to like when you're building a roof for the chicken coop or anything like that.
Okay.
You want to put like something to be water resistant or whatever.
That's
you know
the
how
tar
house.
paper. That's the tar paper. Once you put your wood panels down, your tar paper, your shingles go on top of that. The tar paper keeps from the water going through the shingles and rotting out the wood underneath.
Okay, but have y'all seen the like makeshift? No, they're not called makeshift. The chicken coops, and they just have black. Huh?
The ones they do themselves, they build up themselves.
I don't know. All I know is I've seen chicken coops. I've seen chicken coops, and they have like a black tarp or something black on it.
Yeah.
And that keeps the snow off, the rain off, and things like that from seeping in the coop. And it seems like a cheaper option than doing the roofing portion because I did a little research and I seen how much the shingles was, the thing that go up under the shingles, and then all this other stuff, and it just seems like a lot of money goes into that portion. So I was trying to figure out what's the name of the black stuff that acts like a repellent or acts to keep the moisture away from inside the chicken coop, but I don't know what it's called.
If it's not tar paper, it's the actual tar, like you pour on your driveway, like for blacktop. It's waterproof. That's what it's the liquid form. The tar paper is the kind in the rolls where you can roll out across and then put the shingles on top. But then you have the liquid tar that you use like when you're top covering asphalt driveway. So that's the only black stuff that I know of. If anybody else know of some other black stuff that's new out here in the market that we don't know.
I think everybody pretty much was saying the same thing, the tar paper.
Yeah.
David said something about barn siding. And then Sammy Joe said the 10, I think.
Tin roof.
The entire garden have been missing you. Okay.
Like when y'all just paint water. I thought about that. I was going to use the kelp, or whatever it's called.
Yeah,
I was going to use that.
No, that's not strong enough for your weather.
Okay.
The retired gardener, you've been missing you.
David said don't.
Huh?
David said don't.
You said you need shingles. You need shingles. Do it. If you're going to do it right. Do it right.
He said you don't need shingles.
Exactly. That's what he said.
Yeah, you don't need.
I think you need shingles for the longevity of it. I think you need shingles. Just my opinion.
No
All
problem
right.
at all. I like opinions.
You see, I
Kato
just
Family said they
Kato
use
said
plywood.
for my
Mm-hmm.
roof, then put 10 over it. Yeah, that 10
Mm-hmm.
is good too.
I like the 10. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I do too. Yeah, retired gardener, thank you. I hadn't seen you in a while. I'm glad you're back. Appreciate seeing you.
That's the stuff put on roof.
Mike said, don't cheap out now. And Gloria Elliott said that's the stuff they put roofs. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, for longevity, I do it right the first time around. Don't cheapify it because it'll cost you more in the long run to go back and redo it. Because if you have to rip it all off and start over again, that's another expense.
Yep.
I'm
That's
not
why.
doing that.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's why we're trying to tell you.
Yes, ma'am. I'm listening. I'm listening to everybody. I don't. I've been like I built the run, and the run is doing good. But like the pre-made that you have to assemble chicken coops, they have they have like something black on the roof. I don't know what that's called. There is something that is called. It has like little specks on it or little rocks on it or something like that. I don't know why, but that's what I remember about it.
You probably could watch some people who've done their own, and they will tell you what they if they're using that what they put on there.
All you gotta do is call a roofer. He'll tell you exactly what it is.
I tried to. They wanted to charge me, and then when I told him how small the job was, he the next day he seen. Well, 2 days later they seen me. They ignored me. I was like, oh man, I didn't embarrass myself.
Oh, but from what you sound, oh, I've seen it. It's actually a tile. If you're talking about the black ones with the little speckle and stuff in, they're actually tiles. It's not just. It's made for roofing, but it's a tile. But you
America said
still
tar
need
paper.
but you still need what they call an underlayment before you even lay that down. And that's where the waterproofing comes in at and the longevity of the roof of your chicken coop. Yeah, it's called an underlayment, and that's what you need. Yep, that's
Okay,
what I did, like the roofing tiles, because I remember the when he said black and little speckle, shiny speck, it's the roofing tiles.
okay. I don't know. I just seen it, and I'm like, I want to do it. Tar paper or felt paper. I can't read the tar liquid.
Ebony.
Okay.
Yeah, saying yeah, sea form or asphalt, some asphalt. Yeah, it's waterproof. Yeah, everybody's saying pretty much the same thing. Tar paper, yeah. So we gonna help you build this thing. Yep, yep. Like what son says, tiles. Yeah. Oh, here go David. You don't need shingles. You can use tin and bar siding. Siding lasts way longer than shingles. Okay, now that's all right. Yeah, but David, he might not have the same materials up there we have here. Do you have that there, GT?
Siding.
He said use tin or barn siding.
We have a siding here, but the siding seemed like it's expensive.
Yeah, it is. It's not cheap because of the longevity and the wear and tear. It's waterproof. It's sturdy. It has, you know, a lot of good properties to it. That's why it is expensive. Once you build that chicken coop with barn siding, it should stand 100 years, just like a barn.
Hey, pescatarian.
So yeah, that's where you got to, weigh your options in regards to how to sit down and the expense. Hey, babe, Presbyterian. Yeah. So yeah. Well, I put it like this. In the chat, they've been throwing everything. You can use corrugated, you can use tin, you can use siding, you can use roofing tiles. We're giving you a plethora, a list of materials that you could possibly use. So then it's up to you to sit down once you have your measurements and square footage. so that you know how much material that you need and what the expense could run up to before you even build this chicken coop.
I built the base already. I built the
Okay.
base. I just didn't understand the roof portion of it.
Okay.
So
Well, do you have a better understanding now, though?
yes, I'm a research. I'm gonna go back to the live and I'm gonna research when it comes available. I'm gonna research all the options that people gave as far as looking at the chat on the live chat or whatever.
All right. Well, Cato said 2 sheets of 10, maximum about $40.
What?
And Wayne was saying that you which is something you did, you went to a roofing company to get a quote, or find out what materials, I shouldn't say a quote, the materials that you would need. Maybe look into a different company that might entertain the conversation, somebody who don't think that it's too small for them to talk about.
Or check with a lumber yard that sells siding. They can help you out too.
Yeah.
You want to make sure it's something that's going to hold up for your weather.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Okay, y'all gave me a lot of. Yeah, that's a lot.
But we want
Wow.
you to get it right. I mean, you're in a place that doesn't always have easy access to a lot of materials. So once you decide, like I said, sit down, figure out your measurements for this roof, and don't forget, not just to the edge. You want a little overhang, you know. So make your measurements and then find out the size of your materials and how big the spaces are, so you know how many pieces that you need. And they say, how they say, measure twice and cut once. Okay. And just kind of go from there and do a video as you do it. Let us see,
Yes,
how
ma'am.
it's for you, because we would be more than happy to see and check this out to see how this is turning out. Because, like you say, you already got the base. So you're trying to get it together. So go for it.
And and the bass, I recorded it in sections, and I just set it in the back. And you got to see how I sat it back. This is gonna be funny, but I sat it in the back, and I didn't put anything on it. And we're gonna see if it holds up.
Okay.
So far, it's still standing with all the snow on it. We've
And
had,
that's what I was gonna say, because I know that snow can be heavy as heck.
yeah, we have. Whoa, they're gonna hit me. They had we had at least about 4 feet of snow so far. So
Oh,
it's still standing. Yeah, it's still standing. So everything's good. So
okay.
yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
Wow.
But
Yeah,
Gina,
because they get heavy.
Gina, you're gonna get you one. I mean, you're gonna get one like the pre-made ones, huh?
Yeah, that I got to put together. Yeah.
So you're gonna get real bougie with it, right?
What you
Y'all
mean?
know Gina got good taste. Y'all know Gina got good taste. I ain't got no taste. If it works, it works. But that's what you said, right? Ain't that what you said, Gina, though? You said you're gonna buy it. So
Yeah.
you said I'm gonna spend the money so I don't have to repeat it or something. Something real smart you said, right?
Yeah. They don't say use
I know
screws
how
and not nails.
Huh?
I wanted to last. They say use screws and not nails when you make your
Your coop.
you're making a chicken coop, right?
Yes. Yes.
Use
And
screws and
regenerative.
not nails.
Yeah. So yeah, because nails will pop out. Screws will grip and hold. And he said, Regenerative Life Wayne says also he could look into resale stores that sell surplus building supplies for a lot cheaper. This is what I do. I go to surplus stores for building materials for projects that they have everything. I've gone there and found cabinets and tables and stuff. Yeah.
That's
So,
smart.
yeah.
That's smart. But
I'm
yeah,
glad you think of that.
it's definitely it's going to be aesthetic.
Of
It's
course.
not going to be
Mm-hmm.
like
yeah.
ridiculous.
We
But
know
y'all know,
plain and ordinary. Yeah. Uh-huh.
well, not just that. It's just that I can't. My OCD won't allow chaos. It has to be a.
It's not
Ain't nothing wrong
chaos.
with that.
Ain't no chicken coop. Didn't nobody tell you had to be bougie about it. It's
It
just
ain't gonna be bougie. But you know how I was about that squash taking over my garden. I have to have, or people were not in line. That squash was not following rules. It was everywhere. It was causing chaos, and my OCD was like going crazy.
y'all don't have a Craigslist in Alaska, do you?
Yes, we got the same. Yeah, we got that.
Oh, okay.
I
I just asked a question.
I looked around America. I went to Facebook Marketplace. I looked Craigslist. I wasn't seeing no good deals like that. And I was like, if I'm gonna spend the kind of money I was seeing them for, I was like, I might as well just get what I want.
Get a new one. Yeah.
I was surprised. And I know some states are better than others because I know when I was looking for a Cricket, I actually didn't end up paying for mine. My cousin actually had one and she wasn't using it. She knew I wanted one. She just gave it to me. But FR Humphrey was able to find one in her city for a great price on Marketplace. Not here. So every state and city is different
Yeah.
for what you might find.
Because I've been going on Marketplace looking for anybody who's selling chicken wire or extra lumber,
Hey,
so
bro.
I can start building my little stuff,
Yep.
Like
Broke farm
my
still bushes.
sorry. The what's it called? The chicken coops that we have up here, they was at reasonable prices. Some of them was just I couldn't believe they were selling them for the price that they were selling them for. But the reason why I couldn't attack some of them is because I don't have any place to put them. Like, I mean, I don't have a transport vehicle. Like,
Okay.
how am I going to get it from their house to my house? I have a small car. So that was one of the things that I struck. That was one of the things where I couldn't look into it further. But
that's why.
So you don't have anybody up here with a truck?
I don't have people at my house.
No, I'm saying, you don't have someone that that has a truck that can just drop it off. I didn't say come inside.
Oh yeah, I do. No, I don't want. Yeah.
He can't make up his mind on this one. Okay.
It's. I didn't think about it. I do have two people that have trucks. I don't know. I guess
Like I said, I ain't telling them to come in and sit down and have dinner with you and the kids. I'm just saying, can you help me get this to the house? That's all I'm asking. Give them a couple of dollars for gas and keep it moving. That's all I'm saying.
guess. I guess
like
with the.
To come in and sit down and spend the night. I'm just saying, just drop the chicken coop off, dude. That's all.
I guess I value people time a little bit. I value my time a whole lot, so I don't ask people to do anything for me. I really don't. I think that's a problem that I may have or whatever.
It is.
I don't look for people when something comes about. Like the first thing I thought of when I was looking at this chicken coop is, oh, I go get a U-Haul, and that's $100. That's easy there. That's the first thing that I thought of.
I did.
No,
I
can't.
At my Renaissance grandma, and then I saw she had a conversation. They coming for me, GT.
Hey, y'all gotta leave Gina alone now.
I don't have credit cards. My Renaissance grandma said no, I have cash.
No, they did.
They will have
Oh
it.
no.
They gotta be paid. My Renaissance grandma.
Oh man.
Oh, that's funny. I Renaissance grandma. I didn't see that one coming.
That's why my mouth dropped, like, because I was waving because I didn't know she was in here. And then I saw the comment. I
Oh, that's too cute. She said they got to have cash envelopes, so they can't move in unless they got the first and last
Oh,
one.
They gotta eat. You don't want nobody to know. Oh, you talking about GT?
huh? Man, if you knew my life, man, you'd be like, I understand, GT. No, but no,
But
I
you
just
know
don't.
what? A lot of people had that problem, GT, where they don't. Because I was the same way. I didn't used to ever ask anybody for anything. I'd rather just get it done. But you got to have room to be able to ask for things. And sometimes you get to like. I have a lot of people who just got connections. So I be when I'm looking to know something or know about something or reach out to somebody for something, I call somebody like, "Do you know anybody who do blah blah blah?" I'm always gonna be reaching out to people now. I keep a Rolodex. It's in my
Yeah,
head, but I keep it.
yeah. Like my
See, one,
granddaughter needed a plumber, and I was like, "You need a plumber?" I said, "Girl, you ain't got a plumber." I was like, "Let me pull out my thing. I got plumber, electrician. You know, I got all
That ain't
carpenter,
gonna charge you
handyman.
crazy either.
Please, you out here in this world, you need a little
You
bit of
gotta
everything
know
for
somebody.
everybody." And like the man said, if I don't know somebody, I know somebody who knows somebody.
That part.
see, I feel this a little different for me. I'm not being sexist. This is just part of my reality. I believe that it would be easier for Gina to ask people for assistance because she's a female. But for me, I'm supposed to know certain things. I'm supposed to know how to do certain things.
By
And that's
being a
just my thought
yeah,
process, maybe.
Yes.
But that's the way I feel. Like
yeah.
when I be trying to build stuff, I can't build nothing but relationships. What I look like with a hammer. Like I be out there trying for real. And it be looking crazy, but it worked. And then some of these people, I don't know, I got a lot of pride. I got a lot of issues. My dad talked to me about it because pride come before and
Yeah.
destruction and all this other stuff. And
You do.
the I know, I, as they say, he's still working on me because I got issues when it comes down to that. I like to do it myself. I don't know how to ask for help properly. I I have problems with hand me out a lot of times, but it's just that I feel that for females it should be a little easier,
It's not.
and
No,
for
it's not
men,
because even we get a little eerie about
I
who we
was
let in
that way
our
for a
house.
long
And
time.
even my landlady, as cool as I am with my landlady, she ain't allowed in my house unless I'm home. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, we still got our standards as well. We gotta, how they say, interview folks in a sense in regards before we let them help us. We just don't have any kind of John Doe roll up on us like that, because hey, once you by yourself, you pretty much on your own. So at a certain level, you're gonna have to learn how to trust folks to get stuff done. So I understand where you're coming from, GT, but I'm a little older than most of y'all, so I've had some years of experience in going through all of this. So after a while, you just start making a Rolodex of people that you've had help you and they came through in a pinch. Whether I just had a guy come over and fix my dryer, and I went through him because he knew somebody else. And I called them. I said, I need, somebody that fixed dryer. He said, when he came to fix my dryer, he said, I fix wash machines, refrigerators, stoves. He does a list of things. So then he's in my Rolodex now. So if one of my girlfriends called, said, who own a house, say, or my sister or anybody I know that had property, call, say, do you know a plumber or electrician or whatever? I was like, I called them first and said, are you available? My sister needs some help with you, blah, blah, blah. Because her furnace went out last winter. She needed somebody to come over and check her furnace out. So, I mean, we all need help, like they said, at one time or another. And it's just some things you just going to have to suck up when it needs to be taken care of.
for sure, you're right. Like I had somebody come and do some electric work. That's the one thing that I will not deal with is electric work. I had dude
Oh, yeah.
come by and ask and try to fix it.
Yeah.
The man fixed it, but he charged me this crazy price. Like I was like, And then I asked him about an outlet, and he didn't even know what to do about it. And then I had to hire somebody just 2 weeks ago, 2 Mondays ago. The guy came in, he spent 30 minutes in there, and he finally he figured it out because he tried, just testing things or whatever. And it was two wires that was feeding the outlet 220 instead of 110 or something like that, he said. So he took it off, and now my garbage disposal works. And I was like, oh man, I didn't know that. But
Yeah.
I don't know people of influence. You know how sometimes people will say, sometimes it's not what you know, it's who you know. Like
Exactly.
I just found, well, not just found, but I had an interview Monday to see if this individual, if I can help him get to, some social issues that he has or whatever. So I'm going to be working with him. His father is, he's known in the community. So I finally get to meet him. And then I called my dad and I said, Dad, guess what? I get to meet a judge and I ain't going to jail. He was like, son, you so stupid. But it made me feel some kind of way that I get to go. I mean, that I get to know somebody that has something different than what I do. You know what I mean? Like the plumbers, the electric. I know things about plumbing, but the electrician, the carpenters, and stuff like that, I don't know any of those type of people. And it's just because I work so much. So I guess that's the problem. I learned.
But I didn't know him either. Like I said, I knew a person that knew somebody that knew somebody, and I trusted that individual that I knew that they weren't going to send me anybody that was flim flam because they know how I am. I'm not going to, first thing I'm going to ask you, are you charging me for a service call? First question. All right. How much will it take for you to fix whatever item I have you over here for? And how long is it going to take you to fix it? Please be on time if you make an appointment to come by. That's my pet peeve. Have me rearrange my schedule to be available for you, and then either you don't show up or you show up late. That ticks me off. That puts me off. I'm like, I don't need you. I called somebody else already. I don't need any headaches like that. I'm particular. If I'm paying you my hard-earned money, you're going to be on time. You ain't gonna have me sitting around waiting on because you had something else to do. That ain't my problem. That ain't my issue. I asked you to be here at a certain time because I got a life and I got other stuff to do too. So yeah, it boils down to a lot of stuff for me as well. Excuse me, y'all. Me. La 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 la. Do. Hey, Lala. She's in his house. Hey, Kim Stage. How are you? All right, y'all. I done went over my 2 hours. I normally like to end at 2. I thank you for everyone who showed up this evening. I thanks for my guest that showed up today. It was J3GS Fonz, my daughter Gina versus Gina, and my internet son, Ed GT Jr. Thank you all for coming by this evening and making this old lady's evening so much more fun. I greatly appreciate it. And you asked a lot of good questions and answered a lot of good questions. And Gina, we're looking forward to you getting your chickens and showing us your chicken coop. GT, we're looking forward to you finishing your chicken coop because you already got the chickens. So I say thank you all this evening. And I'm just like, as I always say, show me that you like me just a little bit. Come back, see me next Thursday, 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Peace. See you, GT.
Bye.
Yeah. Bye-bye, Gina. Get some sleep. Oh, all right, people. Thank you all for coming in this evening. As I always say, enjoy your evening. Good night, Presbyterian. Good night, Mike. Good night, Deborah. All right, Brother Roe Boutique, you rolled up in here, and I'm getting ready to roll out of here. Thank you for stopping by anyway. Nikki, the everyday life of an OCD chick, you bro, Cato family, hey, J.K. Gardner, Sammy Joe, David Coy with Chris Hawk. All right. And Texas Lala, Grammy's Journal. Oh, hon, I didn't see you. Did I miss you earlier? Thank you for stopping by. My Renaissance Grandma Duval. Thank you all for coming in this evening. Please come back next week. Thursday, 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. And as I always say, show me that you like me just a little bit. And y'all come back now. You hear?